Hey, it's Lucas Catton, and one of the topics that I wanted to cover is something that I felt deeply for a long time. And when I was growing up, I used to wish that there was a way to help take other people's pain away from them. And I'm sure most people experience this in at some point in their lives, whether someone you know or love is hurting in some way, especially children, parents, grandparents, friends, other family members, that kind of thing. But beyond there, sometimes people feel things very deeply, and that can be, seeing other people suffering affects us tremendously, and there has to be an outlet for that. And I remember, at different points in childhood, wishing that there was something that I could do, something else that I could do somehow to do that. And when became a teenager, then it became more intense, and I didn't really know what to do with that feeling sometimes. And then, kind of continuing on down the line, starting to understand myself more, and eventually I came across this practice called, I pronounce it Tonglen, and it's a Tibetan practice, and it's either giving and taking or sending and receiving. And it is, I'm probably going to butcher it, but I'm going to call this Tonglen for Westerners. But it is simply centering yourself and breathing in darkness and hurt and pain and difficulty and upset and suffering of other people, and breathing out light, breathing out happiness, breathing out comfort, breathing out relief. And this simple practice itself, whether through prayer, through meditation, through quiet time, through stillness, however you want to do it or say it or call it or anything, but I encourage you to look it up and kind of look at this practice. And that I think that if all of us did similar things to this more often, then we can have more compassion for other people. You probably heard the saying, "Hurt people hurt people," and the news loves to highlight all the hurt and suffering that's going on in the world, and rather than pay attention to it and believe things are as bad as they like to make them out to be, that there's actually a ton of good in this world, and that we can all affect that, and we can all have greater compassion for each other and stop or lessen or provide some relief for the suffering of others. And some of it just starts with a simple practice like that, Tonglen. So as personal as this may seem, and some people may go, "Man, this guy's crazy," and that's fine too. But I think it's important. I think that people deserve to be heard. I think that people deserve to feel that there are others who care for them, and that they're not alone, and that when we can extend this to people who we don't even know, random people on the street, coworkers that we see, or people online that we come across that may not know that we're watching, being able to offer a simple practice in hoping that we can help relieve some of the suffering that they are now experiencing, and that they can have a better day through prayer, through meditation, through practice, through Tonglen, through other things. Simply wishing for them to be so can have a tremendous effect when we're doing this on a grander scale. So that's it. That's my thought for the day. Check it out, Tonglen, Tonglen, sending and receiving, giving, taking, acting as a filter for light in life. Thanks.